is going on? I don't even know how to start this video because this is just such a weird time right now for Nintendo and for Nintendo fans. A couple of days ago, I gave you guys an update showing how another company actually kind of showed what the Switch 2 is going to look like based on their accessories, which was an outer shell to protect your Switch 2. Now, in that video a couple of days ago, I talked about how many companies are starting to do this, whether it be showing off their games and talking about the console, just kind of teasing it and saying like coming to Nintendo consoles or coming to next-gen Nintendo consoles and stuff like that. But now actual accessory companies are starting to literally just not care and literally show off what the console is going to look like. This has actually been going on for a little while now. Every single day it seems like a new company is doing this, and another big one just did it. Real quick guys, before we get started, you guys absolutely killed it the other day with over 100 brand new subscribers. Let's see if we can even beat that with today's video. Let's try to get to 120 or 130 brand new subscribers. So if you're excited for Switch 2 and love Nintendo, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Thanks guys. But this one is just crazy. Now, a lot of you probably heard of Dbrand. This is a company that actually makes accessories for consoles and like phone cases and cases for Switch. Well, they just straight up just posted this on Twitter, where it says, "We will not be answering any questions at this time." And it's some type of carrying case or protective case for the Nintendo Switch 2 called the Kill Switch. Now, not only did they put it up on their website, but they actually posted some pictures of the thing. Of course, you can barely see the Switch 2 through the case, but the case itself and the grooves and the way it goes around the new buttons and stuff pretty much shows us what the Joy-Con and everything looks like. This one being slightly different than the others by showing some little grip pads on the sides of the Joy-Con, which look pretty interesting. I mean, it's a sleek looking Joy-Con for sure. Yeah, you can see that U-shaped kickstand, you can see the extra analog trigger and stuff on the back, probably to pop off the Joy-Con, and you can just see like the straight up console itself. And a lot of people jumped to the conclusion and just said, okay, this is just a model that they made again. You know, we've seen this before. Apparently not, because even though they said that they wouldn't be answering questions, Dbrand CEO Adam Ijaz, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ijaz, has confirmed to Insider Gaming that the actual design of the Nintendo Switch 2 is what's in the case in this animation that you're about to see. It is the Switch 2 with our Kill Switch case on it, quote unquote. And if you actually go to their website, they have this little looped animation playing of the Switch 2 in this Kill Switch case, just kind of flipping and flopping around, where you can sign up to be notified when this actual case drops. So the CEO literally just came out and said, yep, this is the Switch 2 that you're looking at in this video. This is it. This is exactly what it's going to look like. What? Like seriously, I don't know what to say here. I mean, this is almost along the lines of, we're not even talking about rumors anymore. This is just straight up companies saying this is what the Switch 2 is and showing off models of the console. And thankfully, I'm not alone on this. I mean, I've been seeing nothing but tweets and comments from Nintendo fans all day talking about what in the world is happening here. This is the most confusing thing that I think we've ever experienced with a new console release for Nintendo. Like, how in the world are these companies allowed to just blatantly show off models of this console and talk about this console? They have to be breaking some type of NDA or signed agreement, right? Like I said a couple of days ago, Satisfy actually posted this Zen Grip 2, you know, this grip for Switch 2, and it just had like a blurry image of the Switch 2 in the background, but still, you could definitely see the console. But Nintendo apparently took this down and attacked them. The Nintendo Ninjas just immediately got them for this. So are the Nintendo Ninjas gonna do the same thing here with Dbrand? Because Dbrand literally like shows the console off in all of its glory, pretty much just locked behind a protective case. So what's going on? That's what I want to try to figure out for the rest of this video. How is this allowed? Why in the world would companies do this, having the ability to work with Nintendo directly, get dimensions of the console, maybe even little models of the console, which helps them to make accessories for the console in advance? So why would they want to ruin their partnership with Nintendo by breaking an NDA? Well, I have a strong feeling that this isn't just a retaliation. A part of it could be at Nintendo, and I'll talk about what I mean in a second, but maybe the NDAs that were signed are up now, and Nintendo couldn't really do anything about it. maybe Nintendo really did plan to reveal this Switch 2 console sometime this year, and something happened. Remember when we kept hearing rumors of Switch 2 apparently getting ready to be revealed back in March at this year, like the beginning of this year, and we didn't have a Nintendo Direct. It seemed like things were really gearing up, and then we heard of some type of delay happening, and then all the rumors were pointing towards the end of the year where they were going to reveal the console, and still nothing happened. All of these different sources and insiders said they've heard something, and that something was moving, and that something was happening, and that we'd be getting a presentation soon, and nothing happened. I'm actually now starting to believe that these insiders were right. There were plans for this console to be revealed in multiple different situations, and for some reason, maybe Nintendo just kept delaying the thing. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. And then you tie in the fact that maybe companies are now getting frustrated with Nintendo, now that these NDAs are up, and they're like, we're supposed to be getting our products out there. Like, we've been putting in time and effort and money into these accessories, and you guys promised us that this thing would be revealed before we jumped into 2025. Here we are on December 14th. Clearly, no Switch 2 announcement anytime soon, and it makes me really think that, these companies are kind of, targeting Nintendo now, saying, hey, you told us this is the time. Once again, we've seen it with game companies and studios kind of hinting at this Switch 2 when it comes to, them announcing their games and what platforms it's coming to. We've seen CEOs and developers kind of hint with tweets and stuff, with little eyeball emojis. There's been a lot going on, and a lot of these companies now act like they don't care. They're like maybe saying, hey, you know what? Nintendo was supposed to let us show this thing off. They were supposed to show off Switch 2 by now. This is costing us money. This is costing us revenue. Let's just show off the console because technically our NDA is up. We can do what we want. And maybe they really are fed up with Nintendo. You can't just look at this stuff and say nothing's happening. They're either fed up with Nintendo or just straight up like, we got to get this out because Nintendo told us that this thing would have been announced by now. And if this is the case, this is actually really scary. Why is Nintendo constantly delaying this thing if they really are? What's taking so long with this Switch? I mean, from everything that we've seen so far, it doesn't look to be all that different from the regular Nintendo Switch, just like an upgraded version. It almost looks like that rumored Switch Pro that we've been hearing about for years and years and years, kind of just like a Switch Pro for Nintendo, which is still good. I think that's all we really wanted, is a more powerful Nintendo Switch. But man, what is taking it so daggone long? Why in the world does Nintendo keep pushing this thing back apparently? Now, we might never know what's truly happening in the background and what's causing Nintendo to take so long to reveal this thing. Obviously, that means the release to the console obviously is still pushed back as well because something's not ready. And from some of the rumors that we've actually heard, some people were saying that it was on a software side of things, that their games were just not ready yet, which is also kind of insane when you think about it. The fact that it's been 7 years since Super Mario Odyssey, the fact that it's been 10 plus years since the last Mario Kart game. What in the world is taking them so long? It's not like these games are like in this weird time period where they still need a couple of years because it just hasn't been long enough. It's been plenty long enough for some of these flagship franchises, and it's really making me wonder, why is it taking so long? Are they really being like the most ambitious Mario Kart we're about to ever get in history? The most ambitious 3D Mario that we've ever seen or ever could imagine? I don't know. Either way, I'm excited. That makes me really happy to see what the heck they've been cooking up for so long, but it's also worrying because now it's making me wonder, how long are we gonna have to wait for this thing? If anything, this gives me more hope than anything else, because I'm like, if all these companies are just gonna keep coming out every week and revealing their products and stuff and showing off the Switch 2, it's clearly leaving a statement and leaving a message for Nintendo. I know Nintendo sees these things and is pretty upset by it probably, and they're just like, you know what, we gotta reveal this thing. Like, we can't keep waiting. So I would really expect something to happen in January. I think they literally just can't go past January, or these leaks are just gonna keep coming. There's a good chance that they wait until February. There is, maybe just letting that holiday season roll out even more. But man, I don't understand. I don't really see how that's gonna happen, because right now, if this keeps it up, the next couple of weeks are going to be insane, with just more and more companies showing off their accessories, showing off Switch 2, which once again, I don't get it. Just show a 2-minute trailer of the console just to get the console out there, get people hype, get people excited, then you can dive into a bigger trailer later on, just like they did with the original Nintendo Switch. Maybe they're still doing that. It's just a later time period than, compared to what we got in 2016. I don't know, but it's just weird, and Nintendo is playing a very weird card right now. Clearly something's going on that we don't see that's behind the scenes, because for this to be like the 7th, 8th company in a row to do something like this, something fishy's going on. Something must have been happening with the NDA, or something just kind of ran up or ran out of time. I don't know, because this is just strange. Companies don't do this. They've never done this for any other console. So why now with Switch 2? It is making me a little worried that something bad is happening, but I do trust Nintendo and trust that this thing is going to come out smoothly. But Nintendo's got to reveal the thing. I mean, at this point, they're playing their cards way too close to their chest. The next month or so is definitely going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see actually what happens and what comes from this. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. Is it strange that these companies are straight up just showing off Switch 2? Is it not very weird to you guys? Because to me, it's insane. I genuinely can't understand how this is even allowed. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Maybe you guys can give me some clarity and some information as to why this could be happening. But make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. Thank you guys so much. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See you guys.